All right, guys, so customer said their doorbell is not working, and it's not really a surprise. The front actual button part you make contact with is broken, so we're gonna take this apart and go ahead and troubleshoot and make sure it's just the switch that's the problem. We may have to go inside and replace the chime or the transformer as well, because every doorbell is made up of 3 parts. You have the transformer given the 12 volts, and then you have the chime, which is inside, which actually makes a noise, and then the button. We're gonna go ahead and do a little trick here to see if it's just the button that's messed up or if there's more going on. All right, since we have the button off, we got the door cracked, the chime is just inside, so we'll be able to hear it if it goes off. And it's just a 12-volt system, so you don't have to worry about getting electrocuted and dying or anything. You won't even feel it if you get shocked. But what we're gonna do is jump these two screws right here, and that's all the switch is it's separated in the middle here. When you push the button, it lets the power flow through and you hear the chime. So we're just gonna go ahead and do that manually. And we did hear the chime. See if one more time. Not sure if you'll be able to hear that, but since we heard the chime, we know that it's just the button that's bad, and we just need to get this switch replaced, and then we'll be good to go. So we're in here, the chime box. Just take that cover off. You can see on this middle screw is for the transformer, so that's your power, 12-volt power coming in from the transformer. And there's actually 2 doorbells on this house. That's why you have the one on the front and then the rear. The way you can tell whether or not the chime box is bad is one way you can tell when these are frozen. As you can see, those are all moving free, so we know that's not going to be the problem. But if the front doorbell is working and the back's not, or even if there's only one doorbell in the house, the easiest way to tell if the chime box is bad is just move your lead over. So if there was no wire here, you would just take out the screw, bring this wire over and put it under that screw. It's just gonna change over and use the different side of this box, and that'll tell you if the right side's bad. Then you can just use the left side and you'll be good to go. If it doesn't work at that point and you know that the switch is working, then you know from that point it's gonna be the transformer. All right, well, we're getting things put back together here, but just a little quick reminder. If your doorbell's not working, take the screws out on the switch on the front, jump the 2 screws. If you hear the chime, you know it's your switch. If you don't hear anything, your next step's gonna be come in here, and then you're gonna move the left wire to the right spot or right wire to the left spot, go outside, jump the 2 screws again, and that's just use a pair of needle nose pliers, a screwdriver, basically anything you can use that will touch the 2 screws and be a solid metal contact. If you hear the chime that second time, you know one side of your bell box is bad, and you can just use the other side if you only have a front or rear doorbell. This house has 2, so if one side was bad, we'd have to replace the bell box. But if you don't hear anything and you move it to the other side, then you know it's your transformer. The transformer is normally located somewhere above the house, above the bell box up in the attic or in the crawl space. Sometimes they put them in a closet, but most of the time they're in the attic or in the crawl space below it.